welcome back. I'm Sharon.
I'm Mark, and we
are
are
Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Happy 2024. And we wanted to talk today about bulbs, which we are getting ready to plant. We're here in Zone 10B, and for us, many of you may have already planted your bulbs, but for us, planting is late December and into January. And so we're not late, we're actually right on time. And I wanted to show you what bulbs we have for this year and what our planting plan is. Right. So we're excited about this is actually starting our 2024 planting year. So let me just start off with the early spring bloomers, and those are daffodils. And I found some, they're buttery yellow, and I just couldn't resist them. They're called Ice King, and we'll get close-up shots here. I've got a 12 pack here, and they're a double flower, and they are 16 to 20 inches high. And we're going to be putting most of these out in our front garden. We do a lot of our bulbs in the front yard. We've got a bird bath and a circle around that in our keyhole garden, and that's where we concentrate a lot of the bulbs. But this year we are going to expand and put some in the back as well, and containers will play a part. So that's the first one here. Then we also have also early bloomers are crocus. And these are the short ones, 4 to 6 inches. And you've got purple and white. I love yellow and purple together, so I thought that would be a good combination. Oh, I can already see some little sprouts coming. So yeah, it's time to get those planted. All right, then we have here a early to mid-spring bloomers, and this is a mix of tulip and crocus. And again, we've got the yellow and the purple and the orange mix going on. And these are, let's see the height. Yeah, 4 to 12 inches. So they're the little tulips. So they'll be about the same height. Then for mid-spring, the rest of what I've got here are tulips because I love the tulips. We have our issue here with moles and gophers. And so they won't touch the daffodil bulbs. They don't like them, but they love the tulip bulbs. And so around our keyhole garden, we do have, we did put in mesh, right? We put in hardware cloth so that we can safely plant those bulbs in that trough. And the moles won't get to those. And so wherever we plant the tulips, it's either going to be protected by hardware cloth or it's going to be in a container where they'll be safe from those little gnawing teeth. So the first ones here is just a tulip mix. And again, brighter colors this year. I tend towards the purples and the pinks and the blush colors, but I thought we'd go a little more vibrant this year. So we've got yellows and purples and white even. And these are 18 to 22 inches. And then I couldn't pass these up. These are apricot impression, and these are 18 to 22 inches. These may be in a container by themselves just for a big show. And then we have some late spring bloomers. These again are double and nice full flower. And it's a double late mix. And these are 14 to 18 inches. And again, with the bright colors. So with a little chartreuse mixed in there. So I thought it would be a nice mix. Hopefully we have a really bright show in the spring, starting early. Right now the front yard looks very brown, and there's some green things there, but it's definitely lacking in some pops of color. And so I'm really looking forward to getting the bulbs in and then watching the show. So, and I think Mark also last year he planted some bulb lasagna, and so we're going to check in on that and see if there's any signs of any activity going on there.
Well, I just checked on that because, as Sharon was saying, we prefer to plant our bulbs in containers now. So last year I did a bulb lasagna, which is I took a very large 10-gallon container and put about a foot of dirt, 6 to 12 inches of dirt, and then put some bulbs on top of that, another layer of dirt, a layer of bulbs, layer of dirt. So the way you would make a lasagna in layers, it's called a bulb lasagna, and we had really good success with that. Now, what I wasn't sure is whether those bulbs would naturalize and come back up this year. So I was hoping to plant a few more bulbs in there from this collection. However, today I went to the back of the yard where I'd stashed that container and put it in our gorilla cart and got it out to the sunlight and found out that one of the muscari is already starting to come up. So as I mentioned earlier, your bulbs can start coming up in December here in Zone 10. So apparently some of the bulbs did naturalize. I'm expecting a few more to come up. And I think I'm planning to still plant a few of these bulbs in here. I noticed we went heavily on tulip and crocus this year.
We did.
And, I was particularly interested in those apricot ones.
Those are mine. I always tend to the apricot, the blush colors, and
that was my mother's favorite was apricot. So definitely want to do those, and I would probably put a few of the crocuses in. I would not do the daffodils in the because they're quite large. So
yeah,
that's pretty much it. Is just to put these
as
many of these tulips as I can. I'll probably just use the dibber instead of like doing the layers and undoing the whole lasagna, since I do see some are coming up.
Have our dibber.
Yeah, I'll just use the dibber to dig down and distribute these. Honestly, since it's coming up, I may just go and put these in some other container. I haven't decided yet. So we're up against a deadline here. We have about an hour of daylight left to get these things planted before the next rainstorm comes in.
And we definitely won't get all of these planted today because I had a plan of using those black planters that match and kind of doing some matching containers. And so I think we'll get some of the planting done now.
Yeah, I think what I will do today, I've got 25 of these. I don't think I need that many for the lasagna. I'll just use about 10.
Okay.
And the other 15, I'll find another container.
Well, I was thinking we could put them around. What I was thinking we'd film today is the keyhole garden.
Okay.
So these are, see, I had ordered these before, so I don't even know if these are going to be viable. They may be all dried out. These are some more tall Dutch iris, pretty woman orient lily, Eden's perfume peony, and then a peony mix. And the peony, I'm not even sure they'll grow here. So I'm going to investigate these and see how they look and see what we get.
Bulbs do grow well here, but it can be inconsistent. What happened last year? Last year we had long, rainy winter into spring, and so a lot of the bulbs didn't come up, but the ones in containers did. So
yeah, we had the tulips around the ones that were mid to late spring. Actually, we got the early ones bloomed and we were doing well. Then we got heat wave and lots of rain, and so we really didn't get the mid bloomers, and we got some of the late bloomers, I think is what
all right
happened.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. We always plant them anyway, and we give it our
we do. And as I said before, is to be a gardener is to be hopeful, and so we plant and have faith that things will bloom and grow. And so it's always exciting to see of all the ones we plant what we get. And if you're like me, you can't always remember exactly what you planted where when you're planting the bulbs, unless you're doing a big swath of daffodils or something. And so it's actually kind of fun to see when they start coming up. I had completely forgotten last year that I planted some hyacinth, and those were nice and such a wonderful scent. So those were a nice surprise. So and it always kind of reminds me, because when I was a kid, my dad's aunt, my great aunt, gave my dad some bulbs, and those were some bearded iris. And even though I was pretty young, maybe 5 or 6 years old, I still remember that. And so I have some growing in my garden. And, it's nice when those things can continue and be good family memories that pass along. And I'll show some of these to my granddaughter, and maybe she'll have the same type of memories when she's a gardener.
All right, before I forget, I want to say thank you to all our subscribers. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and click the like button below, and click subscribe if you want to see new videos coming up in your YouTube feed.
Right. And if you know someone who you think might enjoy the video, share that video. It does help us grow the channel, and we appreciate you coming back and joining us here. See you next time.